Welcome, everybody. Um, it's very nice to be practicing with you. Today is a very restorative class. It's a time for you to really connect with the deepest self and just listen. All you're going to do is listen to your thoughts and to your body. Find a comfortable position where you can sit and be with as less noise as possible around you, where you can find a quiet place of stillness in yourself. And just notice. Notice how your breath is floating. It's coming in through your nostrils, reaching your chest, going all the way down to your belly. Watch if your breath today it's harder to breathe deeply, or maybe today it's a little easier. Finding you this moment to really connect with nature, to become part of all there is. And when you're ready, we're gonna do a freedom style with the arms. You can reach back, doing some circles, crossing them to the front. I'm almost doing an infinitive 8. What we're trying to do is to wake up all the joints in the arms, especially if you're doing this practice in the morning or even before you go to bed. And what I did, I hooked my fingers together. It feels that you are really connected with your hands. They are really holding you. And as my hands are hooked, my elbows are out. I'm bending to the right so I can open my left side. And then I round my back and go to the left side. Inhale, open chest. Exhale, move to the right. Round the back, send your elbows to the left, and then go to the other way. Bending, opening, bending, closing. When the breath is reaching all the way to your chest, you're breathing in. You open the chest. When you breathe out, you close the chest. It's a natural way. And then when you had those good circles enough, you can bring your right hand on the mat. And as much space you find, you can always bend that right elbow. And I'm also trying to stretch my neck by gluing my hand, my left hand, on my right side face. And then I hold my head there. Then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Left hand on the mat, as you can bend and open the right side. As you bring your right hand to glue in your left side face. Keep your chest open. Keep your breath going. Deep, long inhales coming back to center. And find your way still seated. Crossing your legs in a way that feels comfortable. What I like to do is keep one of my legs in front so it's not hooked underneath the other. So there's more space, so there's no uncomfort. And then when I'm going down where I can reach. I'm reaching the floor, I'm using my hands to let my head go. But if you're home, you can use pillows, you can use blocks, you can use whatever prop so you can comfortably let your head be heavy. And just listen. Listen maybe today to just the noise of your breath. Or maybe you're listening to negative thoughts. Maybe you're listening to the positive thoughts. Maybe all you want to today is, instead of listening, to let your mind be a little quieter. And in order for us to do that, we first need to listen and acknowledge. I'm going half hero's pose, and that might be a very intense pose for some of us because we're really opening that front quad. And if you have low back issues, that's hard because you have no support underneath your back. What you can try to do is keep your hips lifted or your whole back higher. You can be laying down in tons of pillows or maybe in a bolster, finding your way so your hips are higher, your back is higher, so it's easier for you to do that. But if you have knee pain and you can do this, that's okay for you to just bend your knee. Just bending the knee and breathe. And as I'm joining here, I'm giving the sole of my feet, my left foot, a massage. I'm trying to press with the heels of my left hand. Pressing, rolling the heels. And then I bring my hand to my belly. And then just let my head go heavy side to side. If you wanted to try this before you stand up, otherwise just find a seated position again. What I did before was my right leg was in front and my left leg was closer to my groins. This time, you do the opposite. And then you come down again. Use your hands as a pillow to let your head become heavy. Or, as I said before, you can use pillows or blocks, books, a stool, a chair, and listen to the breath traveling your spine, traveling up and down, surrendering anything that is tense, anything that you're holding too much. Breathe out, breathe in. When you're ready to lengthen your spine in a seated position, if you did the left leg, you can try to do the right. If you used some props, you can see there that's way harder for me to do in my right leg. It's harder for me to drop my both sit bones at the same level as was before with the left. So you use the props. I have no props there, but I could use something underneath my back. Like I said, if this is too much, don't try, don't force it. As long as you can breathe, fine. Breathe into the right quad, breathe into the right ankle. And then when you're ready, bend your knees. Bring the knees together, soles of the feet apart. I have my hands in my belly so I can reconnect with my breath. The breath that is just listening today. The breath that is trying to reach places in you that had been long ago visited. As you breathe deeply in, you feel your hands rising because of your belly. When you breathe out, you squeeze all the air and you feel your hands going down. Your jaw is really nice and soft. And the breath is the only thing important in this moment. Breath comes in, you listen. Breath goes out, you listen. Bring your right knee to your chest and then cross the right outside ankle to the left leg. Now, if you can't interlace your fingers behind your left leg, you can always use a shirt or a belt. And then what I did, I straightened my leg all the way up, just for a quick breath. And then I bent the knee, and then I sent both legs how they are on the floor. If this is too much, you can always use one of your blocks or again a stool to drop that foot. And then I'm pressing with my left hand so the right leg moves away from me. The right knee moves away from me, so I can feel more of the stretch in the outer hip. But again, still trying to soften my legs. Coming back to center. Bring the left knee to the chest. You can starting to open the hip, and then left ankle on top of the right knee, right quad. And then straight that leg when you're ready, feeling your hamstrings awakening, especially if it's morning for you. Then when you're ready, just send your legs the way they were on the side. My left foot touched the floor, but you might touch something else. And then with my right hand, I'm pressing that left knee away from me. Left hand is in my rib cage, so I can still focus on my breath. Undoing the legs. Bring the hands back to the belly. Bring the knees back together. Bring the soles of your feet on the edge of your mats. As your low back is completely soft. Bring your hands to the side of their body, press your palms down, and start to lift your hips off the mat, and then slowly come back down. Now, I don't know if you can notice, but when you slowly come down, you kind of tuck your tailbone under too, so you can feel it. And now here, I'm just lifting, and I roll my palms facing up as my shoulders roll too. Now you're holding yourself with all the power of your legs, but you keep your torso nice and soft. You keep your face, the space between your chin and your chest. There's this beautiful sensation in your eyes. There's this soft thing that when you're listening, everything becomes more clear. And then one vertebra at a time coming back down. Going to your right side, and then moving down to your mats on your belly. Completely surrender your legs. If your forehead and your hands doesn't feel good, you can bring a pillow, or you can just bring your one of your cheeks down. And this is where we're going to stay for Shavasana today, guys. We're going to actually do our Shavasana in our belly. I welcome to stay with me. Listen. Notice how sounds arise and fade away, melting into silence or into other sounds. Don't try to hold them. Allow them to flow. Listen. Where do the sounds go? Listen. Where do the sounds come from? Listen. experience how the space of your awareness accommodates the symphony of sounds, thoughts, sensations, feelings all together. Allow your body, mind to relax into clarity. Listen, let go. Listen, let go. Listen, let go.